Got it. There, we're recording.
Makes me straighten right up.
I know, me too. Are we going to start now?
I think we should, because I have a Winnie issue. Dave's leaving.
Oh, good grief. What time?
In 10 minutes, but giving her a bully stick. So we have probably a bully stick is probably a good 45 minutes.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Good. Well, welcome everyone to episode 35 of Floss Toss. My name is Rachel.
My name is Sue.
I'm, what am I? I almost said I'm Knit 24. I'm Treehouse Fiber Arts. I'm Treehouse Fiber Arts on the Instagram and treehousefiberarts.com, which is my cross-stitch kitting up business right now. And punch needle and who knows what other fiber art in the future.
Yes. And I'm Knit 24 or Legacy Fiber Arts everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I've decided I'm not going to complain at all this episode.
Did you complain the last episode?
Oh, we violins.
We both did. I know. And I'll just say my computer has still not arrived.
Oh my gosh. So you're still on the laptop.
Which I will be on a laptop because I ordered a laptop and I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, that will be fun because then you can move around your house with us.
Yes. That's for now. This is it. It's so funny how people notice the lighting is so different on this video.
My goodness.
I'm facing a window instead of a window coming this way.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But people were like, we can actually see Sue now. And I had no idea they couldn't see you very well.
Well, it was like I was always so washed out because of it. And it's like there's no escaping it. So don't worry. I'll keep this. I also have
we're going to work on our, you know what, 2022 is the year of us really getting our act together with technology.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I'm going to have to figure out how to turn this on and off again. It took me how long to hit the record button?
Oh boy. So it's been 2 weeks since we chatted with you all and we've been doing a lot of things. I know I think I have a couple finished objects. I don't know if I shared one with you. We'll see. So you'll have to tell me. I have a couple of whips and I have a couple of Vlogmases I want to share with people if they're looking for a good Vlogmas, or I guess it's called Flossmas.
Flossmas, and I have a floss tuber who I've known about forever and have watched, but have kind of let go. Like, you know how you just forget?
Yeah.
I watched her yesterday and she's probably my favorite.
Okay, I can't wait to hear about that one.
Yeah.
And I also have, because of one of the floss tubers that I found, I have a new designer that I'm in love with and cannot wait to start.
And I know exactly who you're talking about because when I saw it, I was like, so Rachel, but honestly, I want to do it too. I'm sure it's the same one.
Oh, this will be interesting to see. And then at the end, we'll do some of our shop talk and I'll share with you what I've got in the shop, kind of the new stuff and what's still available for Christmas, that kind of thing for the holidays. So Sue, what have you been up to these 2 weeks?
Well, I am such a boring floss tuber because I really am enjoying working on the same projects. I did start a new one because I felt the need, because it's been a solid probably 2 weeks where I worked on, maybe 3, where I worked on I don't even know the name, the black one.
Yeah. Grimshaw, right? Grimshaw and Grimshaw?
Yeah. I don't know if it's Anne, but it's Grimshaw, I'm pretty sure. I did a lot of work on this. And you know what? I say like boring floss tuber, like it's just, I don't mean it as like, oh, I mean it as I have found my niche and I like working on one project.
Yep.
Because we talked about it. I want to finish things.
People love to see finished things. So I don't think you're boring to people.
I know. I don't mean it like, oh, I'm so boring. It's just I don't have a lot of different to show, but so, I think I've worked over here. I worked down. I think I finished going across. And I think I did that. I love this so much.
Amazing. I can't wait for you to be done with that and it framed.
And I'm going to be, because I love it so much. I think it's stunning.
It's stunning. And you're doing it on the LFA linens fabric, right? You're doing it on.
I am. I'm doing it on.
It's covered bridge, I think.
Covered bridge, yes.
Mhm.
I was thinking about it. I have a thing, like, I don't even know the names of my yarns. Whenever I'm on a live, people tell me the name of the yarn. It's just, I don't fill my brain with that kind of information, which is not good. I know. I know. I know. I haven't even bought my book of days because I kind of gave up on last year's, but I kind of want one. Let's talk about New Year's too.
Oh, we
in
should.
Our conversation.
It's a beauty.
I am so in love with it.
Yeah. And I'll try and put a picture of the actual in the middle and the name below.
Thank you.
Wow.
It's stunning.
Those numbers. I just love the font in there.
I do too.
Classic.
I feel like it's unusual.
Yeah, is it? It is to me too.
I feel like it's very simple.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a name to it. I should know. I had a whole typography class.
It's
gosh, it was the most
sans serif.
This typography class I had, I don't even know the reason for it. I don't know if I've ever shared here. I went to art school and I went to Pears School of Art in Hampton, Connecticut, one of my favorite places in the entire world. It was magical. It was very Harry Potter-ish. It was magical. But anyways, I had a typography class and I had to buy this book. And then you had to reproduce exactly. Like, I wish I still had the book. I wish I had all the stuff I did in pencil to the tiniest degree. So it makes me think of that. Maybe that's part of why I love this so much.
Yeah, could be.
But I just think, I don't know, I just love this so much. And it makes me, you know what it does when I can't put a piece down for a couple of weeks, it makes me feel like I picked the right project because I love it that much. So it wasn't an impulse buy. It was like, nope, I really wanted this project.
Yes,
End of spiel.
Really, you wanted the end result too. Like you're enjoying the process of it so much, I can tell.
I am.
And the black floss is on the
anchor. Now, again, I never like to complain about a product because I'm a producer, right? And you always have to leave space for error, whatever. It's shredding a little at times. So I don't, it's fine. I cut it. It's no big deal. It's not like it's a hand dyed where I'm like, oh, I'm just losing that amount now. I have more than enough.
Yeah.
I have almost finished one entire spool. I'm trying to keep track of how much I use.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it's going to be about a 3-spooler.
Wow. That's a lot.
It's a lot, but I love it so much.
Did I share my finished object of Tannengefluster last time?
I forgot what Tannengefluster is.
Gefluster.
Trees, the trees.
Yes.
Did you or did you?
I don't know. I had it down as a whip.
I know. I think we had the discussion, are you going to put in all those snowflakes?
Yes, and I did.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Tannengefluster. It's from a German designer. I'm glad I don't have to say it anymore after today. But it's in that booklet that some of you have found on the internet. And I know I grabbed it. Oh, it's right here.
It's, you know why I think I love it so much? It's totally 100% you. Like if I saw that, I'd be like, Rachel needs that.
Isn't that something? That's fun to hear because
I
do
love
like
it.
The style a lot, as you'll see coming up in the next few segments. But anyway, so that's the one. That's my finished object. Can I jump back a step? When I grabbed the
Absolutely.
book, I saw I'm on day 16 of the Kitten Stitcher advent calendar, and I thought it'd be fun to open. So this
Yes,
is a little intermission.
Can I tell you I meant to text you last night, the last two designs, the La-di-da and the one after that. Oh my gosh.
The la-di-da. Oh.
Doesn't that scream me?
Oh, it screams you. And I can't wait to do it. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to break it up into two and make pillows.
Pillows.
And they'll sit right next to each other.
That's
what it says on the back of it that you could do.
I
You may
love it.
choose to stitch the design as one shown here or split it into two small designs and stuff them. Yeah,
Well,
I love it.
she really ranks up there as a possibility of my favorite designer.
I agree. It is you. It screams you. Her designs scream you. Whimsical, prim, you know?
Yes. And with some whimsy involved. Like it's, again,
like whimsical, prim.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Perfect.
Yes.
The other one that I loved, I wish I loved chicken coops so much, but I can love them here.
I love that.
Is Stacy Nash. I've never done a Stacy Nash.
Neither have I, and I love them.
Me too. Every time I see someone with it, I think that's so cute. I love the lady in it.
I love it.
What are some other ones? Oh, we got this one, Share Joy, Hands to Work.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, I love it.
Isn't that cute? That screams you as well.
I love that.
Sorry, they're through the paper. And then this one has grown on me. When I pulled it out, I was like, but then I actually saw her podcast or her floss tube where she shared about her design, and it's beautiful in person. It's really,
that's the problem. Like, I agree. Like, I wouldn't be drawn to that, but I could see how if I saw it in person that I absolutely would be.
Yeah, winter quail. And if if you have someone that loves birds, I'm sure she's going to be doing more birds this coming year.
Is birds a big thing now?
I feel like it is a theme that you're seeing a lot of.
Yeah, because one of the podcaster that I think is my favorite, I have to write this down because I'm going to forget this word, is doing something around that, and it's fantastic.
Well, this does not look like it's going to be a pattern today.
No.
What I have been doing, I'm copying somebody, I don't know who it was on Instagram, was showing that she's saving the cards.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to do that here on camera. I'm going to just do my little punch. This is real time, folks.
Yeah.
This is real time.
I mean, that might need some music around it.
This is like crazy.
Look at how casually you did that, and it looks perfect. Oh my god.
Here's my little, look at that. Look at that. Look at all these. They're so fun. Anyways, and I'm just hanging it right there.
Can I tell you, I have been feeling like in my brain, I'm getting organized. Like, it's weird. Like, all of a sudden, like, things are starting to made me think of like how organized you are and can do those things, and I can't. Because I wouldn't be able to find the punch.
Oh, if you saw, well, I knew I was going to do this on camera. If you saw around me now, I have half of the fabric that Sue sent me for the club going out in January. I have stuff everywhere in here. It's so bad.
Did the box come? I meant to text you yesterday.
Today, I think. Okay.
I mean, it's Christmas.
Here is day 16. I love when I get floss. So it's a Silken Colors. It's called Wassail.
Wassail.
Here we go.
You go wassailing.
Okay, that's what this is. Really pretty. It's got kind of mauve and, as people say,
it's very variegated.
There we go.
Very pretty.
Very pretty. And it's a thread gatherer.
Now, do the threads typically go with something you got, or it's just going to add to your thread collection?
I think it just adds to my thread collection. Yeah. Okay, back to our scheduled program.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, do you have any whips other than?
I only have one other thing. Do you have a lot of other things?
I have 3.
Okay, you go. Do 2.
Okay, another one that I finished. FO. You've seen this one. But have you seen this one? And look at how close I got to the edge.
Okay, you're fine.
It is okay because when you make the pear, it actually, this wraps around the back. So these are my 2 pairs. These are by Samplers and Santa's blogspot.com or something. I'll put the link below. She's got several of these pairs that are free patterns, and I thought I'd try them out. So I've been auditioning different fabrics because I wanted something with a smaller print than what I shared the last time. So I was just pulling out some of these greens because it's going to be a pear. Let's see, can I just go like that?
What is that?
What is it?
Is it like a velveteen?
Nope, it's just cotton.
Oh, okay. Now I can see it from far away. It had this shimmer.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. And then I thought, oh, darker.
For the top one.
And then I've got more of I love this one. It's got bows on it, though. It's kind of Christmassy, and they're upside down, but I don't think it matters.
Love.
Then I've got this simple dark green.
That one for the top one.
And
because, okay, hold that up again. Does that
okay.
almost look like it had eyelets in it, that fabric?
Oh, okay.
Does it to you, or am I looking at it?
I see where you're going with it.
I like that for that one.
Oh, yeah, and the centers are that mustardy color. And then I was like, well, there are brown pears, aren't there? So, maybe, no, now that I look at it in the camera, okay. I really like this one. Which, and then this is my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite.
Now I'm going to want to make all the pears.
But I love this fabric. Maybe.
I love that other one for that top one. It feels like it's made for it.
Okay. And then this one is just cream, but the dots are all the colors in the.
Put the bottom one against that. Oh, I like that.
And then my last one, since there is some pink.
I like that too. I like
so
that really pulls the house. Tell me this, are you going to put the twig on the top?
Oh yeah, and I'm going to make like a green, yellowish green leaf of some sort. Aren't they fun? And these take no time at all, really.
Okay, so maybe I should make a couple pairs so when you come, we can sew them together.
Oh, that
AKA you could sew them together when we come.
Yeah, and then
you could show me how to do it. I have a forest full of twigs and majored.
So that's the pear situation where I'm at right now.
I love them.
So your favorite for the top one was the green? I forget what you said. Yeah, because of the eyelets. I agree. Okay.
I'm a high contrast girl.
And I have them housed in my new bags that I'm making.
Everyone loved those.
I wanted to show you, here's the little thing I'm putting on the outside that you can use or not use, but it's just a see-through. You just clip in what's in your project bag so you can, see it easy. And I just have it on like a suede tag here.
It's genius.
Yeah, it works. Okay, so the next thing I will show you, oh, that's the grand finale. Okay, so this one, I'm making slow but sure progress.
I was thinking about that one this morning.
I got a little derailed on another one that I'll show you next, but I got the lady cardinal in there, and I got the fence done and the trees done at the bottom. I think those weren't done the last time. But
well, tell me this, are you at the point where you can just fill in that house so when you're sitting doing nothing?
Pretty much. I have to do the windows though. They all have window treatments. So I have to do
but the outside you could do, right?
Yep, the outside's all ready to fill in.
You really did iron your pieces.
I did. Yeah, I love this one. I love this Weeks Dye Works fabric in cocoa and the floss. It's one of those where, and I have the right size needle that it's so lovely in the hand to work with. So that is my Winter Rose Manor.
All right.
Want to show yours?
Well, for my girly girls,
Oh, yes. Did you
I want
start
to
that?
make, so I want to make these. My dream is for their birthdays. They are both January girls. So my dream is maybe I could get them done for their birthdays, but I'm not, no pressure. Like I just can't do that to myself. So there. So I started Miss Lily's first because her birthday is first, but I'm doing the color of their hair. It's incredibly whimsical. So she's a little blondie.
Ooh,
It's
I love it.
on the Nor'easter fabric, which I think is so, oh wait, you weren't seeing it all. I only worked on it 2 days. It's 40 count. Um,
Mm. Oh,
It doesn't
wow.
look like anything, but it's a lot.
I see the eye.
Yeah, the eye and then the blondie hair. It's very, very whimsical.
The colors are popping on that nor'easter, really pretty in the screen.
I think it does. And the modeling on this is so like perfect for it, I think.
Because it's dreamy and cloudy a little and
And this piece
ethereal.
is tiny and I'm using like a fat half, like because I'm too lazy to cut it.
So it's tiny. So what's the stitch
Well,
count on that?
she did it on, hold on, there's some, and it's nice. She did a chart with the full design and then she cut it in half and blew it up. I should really be using the blown up version. It'd be easier. She did it on 32 count, 86 by 97
Oh,
with an
nice.
8-inch frame. Now I did it on 40 count.
Ooh.
So it's going to be small.
Oh, it'll be cute. Maybe in a 5-inch hoop
Well, I'm thinking those are 3-inch. I should have gotten one. I'm even thinking I might just get a little round frame.
Sure.
Because I almost want them to have them on easels by their bedside because they're so small.
Yes. Oh, that would be so sweet.
It's super fun.
Yeah. And that's
Super
a Barbara
fun.
Anna.
It's a Barbara Anna. But I know why I like samplers better because A, not a million colors. B, they're more linear. Like I haven't done a playful design in a long time.
Yes.
It's a whole different way of using your brain and your eyes.
Yes. That's sort of how the trees were for me. It was, it's hard to count and it's all diagonals and random. I'm okay if it's all diagonal, but it's like,
yeah, and for me, it's the change of colors. And if you're off, and the 40 count, this 40 count is really small. I hope I like it this small. I could have almost done 40 count over 4.
Over 4. Oh.
Instead of over 2. That would have been like interesting.
20 count.
Yeah, that's what it would have been.
Right. I think you'll love it small when
you
it's
do.
done. Yeah, because they're little girls, girls love little things.
I know. And Chelsea isn't one that loves giant either. So it's probably going to be perfect. I hope I go back to it. Like, I'm not as good at going back to those because they take a little more work than just a simple sampler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, this next one, it was one of those where I saw it. I think it came out in November. I loved it. And I thought, well, I've got a lot I want to work on. I'm going to not buy it. And I saw it. I kept seeing it. I loved it. And finally, I just broke down and got it because I want to kit it up for the shop too. This Artful Offerings.
I love that.
Quickly becoming one of my most favorite designers because of it's got traditional elements, but it's got whimsy. And the colors she chose are right up my alley. The little bunnies, I was doing the tree and I thought, oh my goodness, there's an error. She forgot a bulb. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. The little bunny has the bulb in it. He's giving it to, I did not even see that when I looked at the.
I love that piece. Please kit it. I want it tomorrow.
Oh, I absolutely love it. Now, I challenged myself to use what I had and I wanted to stay as true to the colors as possible. So And I have it in this bag that Joanna made in my 12 days of Advent calendar. I absolutely love this bag.
It's a gorgeous bag. Her bags are gorgeous.
The print, and it just feels nice. It's so quality done. I'm just impressed. So I kitted it up. It looks identical. The colors that I picked are really identical to the project. The design called for colors, but I've got in here some, I think I have some weeks. I have a lot of classic colors and I have a couple of DMCs. Well, and I'm doing it on, what am I doing it on? Low tide, I think. Oh my God, I love this fabric. Love, and it's not.
I love working on my fabric so much.
Oh my gosh, this.
I don't know why.
Oh, Dunes at Dusk. Yes, Dunes at Dusk. You guys, this is like the perfect color for so many things. But
Rachel, it's
one. Yeah, isn't it cute?
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
It's gorgeous. I want it now.
I love it on this fabric. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. This
oh my gosh.
Dunes at Dusk. It's 36 count. Yeah, so I'm slowly working my way right to left on this one. And I got the tree done and that little bunny, which what's he doing with the key and the tree? Is that something I don't know about?
I don't know. Like does the key do?
I don't know.
Does the tree go around?
Here, maybe I can get even closer.
Oh, Rachel, it is stunning.
I love it. And I love how she's put all of the alphabet just scattered in a very light color. You see? So it's a sampler. It's called the Kind and Gentle Woodland Holiday Sampler. It's even got a red cardinal. I love red cardinals.
I feel like that's one of my favorite pieces I've seen in a very long time.
I love how she used the two different color reds in the ornaments that you would never think to put together.
Oh, I love when that happens.
Me too. It's that's someone who understands color and you know, yeah. So there you go.
And the striped outfit on the deer.
Oh my gosh, I know. I cannot wait. I'm kitting it up. I've got some things on order for it. It might not be something I have until next winter. I don't know.
Oh no, do it this winter.
Well, we'll see if I can get it all.
Because you know what? I feel like it's people, and I will say that to me is winter, not Christmas.
Yes, I thought so too. Even though it has a tree, it's winterish.
It's winter.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing Christmas in July. So if you don't want to do ornaments, maybe you'd want to do this.
Love it.
So Sue, I need to place an order for Dunes at Dusk, 36 count. We'll chat.
I've got to get a fabric order out to you, but I'm going to write that down.
Oh, no, you don't. I'll mention it.
No, I have to write things down because if it hits me that I want to do it later, then I know what I need to do. 36 count Dune.
Okay. So those are my whips.
I love it.
Let's talk Vlogmases and some new people that we're enjoying on.
I'm so mad. I have forgotten the name. I'm hoping you know the name of. Oh, I can look it up. You keep talking.
Okay. Well, I have two that I am thoroughly enjoying this winter. And for some of you, maybe you don't know that there's a lot of creators and floss tubers out there that do what's called Vlogmas, which is all through December. They do a video a day. You get to kind of see behind the scenes with them. Sometimes they have different themes that run throughout, like they'll share an advent calendar or they'll show recipes, whatnot. And the two that I have been loving this year, I've never watched Erica Arndt's Vlogmas before, I guess, and I'm thoroughly enjoying hers. And
I have to watch
Colorado. Yeah, that'll be a fun one for you. What's neat is if you haven't been watching them over the holiday break, if you feel like just binging 25 quick little episodes while you're doing your fun creating of some sort, it's so much fun to binge watch those.
So are you finding, I've finally decided the Vlogmases that I love the most and the podcasts and the floss tubes are the ones that really inspire me, that make me want to get up and maybe not do what they're doing, but do what I love to do. There's something in them that makes me go like, I got to get moving. Like I want to do something.
I agree. It's helpful because December I can be very like deer in headlight-ish, and then I can't get my work done around the house. You know, we have to decorate homes and we just have a laundry list of things that need to get done. And when you watch other people doing it and how pretty their tree looks, oh, I got to get my tree up. Now I'm going to enjoy putting up my tree. I'm the same way with just creative things in general with why
I am exactly that. And it's so funny because we all know Sandy is one of my favorite people on this earth, Sandy by the Lakeside. And she will be folding laundry. She makes me want to get up and do laundry.
Yes.
I laugh about it all the time. She can be doing the most mundane things. It's like, I got to go do that. That looks like it's like feels good to do.
Her and her coffee in the morning, just every episode of hers is a coffee start. So when I'm pouring my coffee, I'm hearing her music start.
I know. Oh, I found it. So, thank goodness.
Check out Sandy by the Lakeside. Check out Erica Arndt. Now you found it. You have another one?
Well, this isn't, you keep talking Flossmas because this is just a regular podcast.
Oh, got it. Okay. And my other one that I found is someone I did not know about until Vlogmas. I don't know how I heard about her, or maybe it was a recommended one. Lilly Designs on YouTube. She has, I think, 10 floss tube episodes out. She is so much fun. She's from the East Coast. She's got 2 kids that are teenagers.
Where does she live?
She's a huge Clemson fan.
Where's Clemson?
I think that's South Carolina, but she's like north of there because her son has to fly there for college.
Maybe she's my neighbor and I don't know it.
Maybe she is. I don't know, but she's so much fun. She's just full of color. When you see, if you go check out her YouTube, her background is colorful. The things she does are colorful. I just identify with her so much, having teenagers, loving everything. I love samplers, I love prim, but I also love really more modern cross stitch. I love to sew. She does all the things. She really does.
She is, in these many words, she is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Like when I only watched for a short time just because I didn't have a lot of time. I thought, but I liked her immediately and subscribed. Mm-hmm. She is a breath of fresh air. She's beautiful. And her energy is that's another thing I'm very drawn to. Yeah. People with a lot of energy.
Yeah. She's got energy and she admits that she's got energy and she'll start to talk really fast and get louder and louder. And she knows that. It's fun. I love it. Don't change a thing.
I agree. Don't
change a thing.
And again, a breath of fresh air.
So her vlog, what Flossmas is, she's identifying every day an Etsy cross stitch designer that maybe you've not heard of. And I have encountered now, or I've learned, I guess, about several new designers that I absolutely have fallen in love with. So I think that is a brilliant idea. She has her own business, tigerlilydesigns.com, where she upcycles lots of things. Right now, she's busy making gnomes that she sells at different craft shows, it sounds like, in her area. But she's also upcycling, she's taking vintage stitching from tablecloths and things like we've shown on this podcast and making them into really cool bags. For cross
very
stitch.
cool.
Yeah, so you'll see that on her website as well.
So
check her out.
So the designer, you want to do those trees, right?
Yes. You knew it. Yeah. So she introduced me to Vivsters, who I've been chatting with now on Etsy on the messaging because I bought a few things from her. And now, she's lovely.
They're down PDFs.
They're PDFs, like the best PDFs for cross stitch I've ever seen. This her name is Vivianne Powers, I believe, and she's British. So her Etsy shop is called Vivsters, and Vivianne Powers. She is a graphic artist first,
You
but
can tell.
cross stitcher for life. She's always cross stitched. So she's marrying those two things together, and her charts are incredible. They're like, you get 18 pages. They're kind of like Hands Across the Sea, where you get all the different options. But the program that she uses, I've only printed the first page and the last page out, but it shows the actual color. She uses all DMC, by the way, which is really nice. As if you want to pick a few things, you want something more of a hand dyed, you can do it yourself, just convert it yourself. But I think for ease, she uses all DMCs. You're like, well, let me see what she does.
I was going to say, Rachel, would you just show me the picture?
So the first one that I fell in love with,
talking. Oh, that's the one. That's the one.
And she has it in like 4 or 5 different color ways that you can download. This is what I can show this to you, because this is not, so you see the actual colors, and there's one that has like 5 different sheets with different options, but it gives you the name. Oh, I take that back. She's got it in DMC and Soie d'Alger and an anchor on this one.
This is Winnie done with her treat.
Oh, she's done. Would you like it?
I don't have any more.
Okay.
She's probably not 100. I might have to bring her.
This one. I love the bright colors of it, but she's also got some in a lighter version. This is another. Is this the same one? No, this is different. You see. So here's an example of how she's taken one chart and she's changed the colorway and made it more into a Christmassy one. And she has that for spring, summer, and fall with these trees. I think gorgeous. It's just so genius. And then, like I said, she's got it in DMC. She's got it in Soie d'Alger and Anchor for this one. And on the front of her designs, isn't it a pretty looking layout?
I love her. So I have to go look at her whole shop, because, oh my gosh, I just love her style.
Everything is so clear. And what else did I see on here? Her program that she uses counts how many of each color stitch and calculates how much of a hank you need, or a skein of yarn.
Oh, has she shared what program she uses?
I know, me too. I think she mentioned it in her little bio about her. The other one I downloaded was, here's the deal. Our good friend Kari of Tiger Lily Designs had a code where you could get half off. So I went a little crazy. I got this Christmas one. Here she shows it in a dark background and here in a lighter background. But, it's hard to tell when you see the digital version of it, but I'm getting better at now looking at that and thinking that's going to be gorgeous on fabric as well.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I love that. I also, these baubles I thought would be so fun for ornaments if I wanted to split it up. I just thought these were beautiful.
So gorgeous.
Yes. And then the last one, I know I went a little crazy, but like I said, it was the good sale. I just thought these were charming. Oh. Look at the folk. It's right up my alley. It's the modern meets the folk and Nordic patterning, almost like that rose mauling or.
Absolutely.
And that background is a light. These are light. That's not like the fabric or anything.
I think I love that, like that high contrast again of that, just like the birds but they're not floating in the air. There's that subtle, beautiful, it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. I know. She's got it in DMC and Anchor. And she gives you the finished sizes. Her program does all the math. So if you use a 28 count, it's there. You don't have to pull up a calculator
and do it. I love that.
Yeah. So check her out.
I love it. See. Well, I love her so much. Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour, Ellen.
I have been telling you to watch her for so long.
I know, for so long. And I have watched her and I've loved her, but I forget. And I don't watch a ton. But she was on with her best friend.
Yes. Ryan.
With an
R.
Yes, Ryan. Oh my gosh. She is so funny. And she's like a rock star, like really a rock star.
Right. What band?
I forgot. You
Crash
told
Test,
me.
not Crash Test Dummies.
No, you always say that.
Darn it. I know the one because I listened to them all the time in the 90s.
Yeah, same.
I'll put it down below.
Okay. She is just so real, which I love. She says it like it is, and her humor is my humor. Like she talks about somebody that's like so old. It was hysterical. It was so funny. And again, like a breath of fresh air, just like you're sitting with her in her house as she's talking.
At the end of each episode, she has her what does she call him?
Wife.
Her cross-stitch wife and her bit on the side.
Bit on the side.
My goal, Sue, I want you to be your wife and me to be your bit on the side.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get her to do that.
Okay. But we could swap that. I could be the bit on the side. I could be either.
Okay, either. See, how do we go about doing that? Do we just write her a lot? Do we just write her a lot? We gotta like,
Yeah, we'll comment a lot.
Lobby. We have to lobby for it.
She's prolific. Like,
oh my gosh. She's a beautiful stitcher. Holy smokes.
So she's doing this whole series about angsty birds. That's why I was like,
I love that. I think she puts her own phrase, right?
Yeah. And it's like, are birds a thing? I don't like birds.
I know you hate birds.
I'm afraid of birds.
Yeah.
If they're out there, they're super pretty, but don't come anywhere near me. Like anything flying anywhere near me is like, no. Yeah. I'm not a bird lover, but oh my gosh, I watched her yesterday, I think, when I was stitching, and I was just like, oh, I love the humor. I loved everything about it.
During the quarantine, I believe she was at her mom's house for a while.
She was, because I think I watched some of I've watched her plenty, but I kind of forget.
Yes. No, she's one that when she pops on, I'm like, oh, this will be a good time. I save it for when I can actually focus.
Yeah.
Listen in.
Same, which isn't often. But yeah.
Awesome. Well,
I know. Trying to think. I was looking for some floss for this because I had bought some, but I hate messy floss. And that's why I should buy my floss at my needle workshop. And if I was there, I would have.
You mean messy messy at a shop?
Yeah, no, messy at a AC Moore, Michael's, where none of them are in the right bin. And then you grab one thinking it's the right one.
Yes.
Typically, I've learned to look, and I thought I was looking, but I wasn't. So I was missing a couple by a number, and some will still work, some won't. But so when I got home, I was like, well, I know I've got some projects that have DMC, and these were kind of common colors. I started looking at through bags of things I didn't even realize, like I'd forgotten I started. So it made me think about the new year coming and what I want to do. But you just told us we're going to do an episode before the new year.
Yeah, I think we can squeak one in, and I think we'll have a New Year's Day welcome to 2022 episode. So maybe on that one, we can talk about what our year is going to look like.
That's what I think, because I have some really, really thoughts around it, which it's really interesting because most times right about now, I get super excited about like, I have all these big plans of what I'm going to do, which never happens. Let's just be honest, or part happens. But this year I don't have that thought. I have a very different outlook, which we'll talk about then.
Well, Kindred Stitcher this year, Lisa, didn't she have a no start year? Like her whole year was finishing, and it was so fun to watch her all year, see what was. And she did she focused on one thing at a time.
Yes, you get stuff done. And I don't know, because this is not my old MO. Like when I was younger, not a lot. I love to start things. I love
Mhm.
to. But what I notice now is even in my knitting world, when I start something, generally I really want it. So it's
Right.
not impulsive, you know, like,
Yes.
and what I have found, actually called you and discussed this with you because we had to talk about fabric, but I have been shopping this week for Christmas, which is really unusual and not a lot. But if you don't buy something when you see it, it's gone.
Yes.
And it's like, so it creates this impulsive need to buy. And
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's a very uncomfortable feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started as a dyer, that was how people bought yarn. Like you couldn't keep yarn in your shop. It was such a frenzy. Like I have to have it. I have to have it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great way to enter this world because you were guaranteed sales and you were able to really get on track really fast.
Yes.
But since then, 5 years later, that's my least favorite way to do business.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes.
now you're seeing all those people, all that yarn is on like those sites. What do they call that? Stash,
Destashing.
destashing. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Destashing sites. And it's like, oh, like when I buy something, I want it.
Right.
And so, but I feel now our customer base is very much that way, very intentional. And
Yes.
I don't know, as a producer, I like that way better.
Well, yeah, I think so too. I love
Yeah,
when my shop is full.
I do too. I do too, because it's not, yeah. So the whole impulsive buying is something I'm really aware of now. And
Mm-hmm.
I think you talked about like if you see something 3 times and you still want it.
Yes. That's my test.
I used to be the same way. Now, being out there in the world Christmas shopping, that wasn't working for me.
It was gone by
Yeah,
the second
I had no
time.
time to process if that person would really like it or
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
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 So yeah,
So
my
that's
whole
something
point.
to think of in the new year.
Yeah, that was my whole point. In the new year, like I really am trying to intentionally, I will not say I won't start anything because that's impossible probably for me.
Mhm. Me
But I
too.
think my intention when I buy something is I want the finished product.
Yes. No, I agree. And I can almost see where I want to be able to see how I'm going to display it, where in my house, or
Same.
it's so much more fun to,
Mhm.
yeah, to put
Yeah.
together a wall of something or a vignette, or even just like in my bookshelves. I want something stitched here next to these books. And yes, thoughtful and intentional
Same.
thinking. Absolutely.
Same.
And the other thing that I love to stitch in season, which usually means I'm not finishing in season necessarily. But what I'm finding now that I've stitched for a few years, I'm stitching in season, and then I get to a year later, I pick it up and I'm almost done. So then I finish it in season and it's really exciting. And I'm okay with waiting that long. I'm okay if things are on hold in my little area here. I'm excited to get back to some of the things that are more summer-like and spring-like.
Yes. And my favorite season is fall Halloween. And I start that. Actually, I do that all year if I really am in the mood.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a couple that I started that I love the thought of being finished by
Yeah.
next season.
Well, yes. And every year I say this, oh, this year I'm going to do Christmas ornaments all year so that at the end of the year I'm going to have gifts or, that kind of thing. That just isn't working for me.
No, it's not for me. It's just, but that's what I was talking about. Like this time of year is when those thoughts enter my head and
Mm-hmm.
they haven't served me well. They just
Mm-hmm.
make me feel bad when I don't
Yeah,
do it, right? It's like,
right. And that should
so
make
I
you
think
feel
having
good.
reasonable expectations. I'm really, I have no interest in stitching Christmas. Isn't that weird?
I don't have Christmas either. I have winter, but I don't have Santas or
Same. Even
but
that toy shop that I love, And I'm just not that is it Kringles?
Oh, Kringles, yes.
Which is gorgeous.
You're almost done, aren't you?
I did a lot. I would say I'm maybe almost half. I'm hoping I'm inspired to pick it up because I love it, but I'm not inspired to pick it up yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you will be at some point when you see someone finish it next year or
same. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I did pick this up because I want to do some winter pillows out of here. Every time I see like this one stitched up, I absolutely love that one. Or the other one that I love. Where is it? I love the font in this Let It Snow one. I love the cursive Let It with the snow and the snowman. I just think that's a really neat design. Yeah, so I splurged on that one.
I would like to do smalls. I wish I could wrap my head around doing some smalls. I think I need to start collecting them, but by smalls, I want them to be sampler-ish. You know,
that's why the Pears are so fun.
I know. I think I have to make some of those.
Or like the Stacy Nash one, or the La-di-da one that I just got in my Advent. Yeah, those are.
I love that one.
Yes. I also would like to. I was watching. I have Mary Snow here. I was watching. I love her. Why am I blanking? She's good friends with Lori Holt, blonde hair. She was Ellen's good on the side or whatever.
Yes. I thought she was talking about Tiger Lily.
Oh, you did?
I did because of the hair. She said, I love her hair because I think her hair is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, but I saw this. Yes, I love
she's doing a Mary Snow kind of thing, stitch along. So I'm tempted to join in on that.
I do love those Hands Across the Sea ones.
Oh, and this size is so nice to set next to you instead of the huge 8.5 by 11. This is a half size and it's so big and easy to read.
So did you order that right from her or from your shop?
I don't remember. No, I did not order it right from her. I ordered it. I think it came with my shop because I was considering possibly maybe kitting it up at some point, but I liked it too. So
please do.
I was going to look into it.
Please do.
Speaking of the shop, let me give a few seconds to, okay, so if this is not what you want to listen to anymore and you're done with us, we love you guys. Thank you so much. For
Merry Christmas if you celebrate.
Christmas, happy holidays. Just a few fun things that just dropped in the shop. Nottingham, finally, this dropped in the shop. Kathy Barrick. I have it in NPIs and Belsois. Classic Colorworks on this gorgeous New England gray of Sue's.
I need that.
Colors absolutely pop on it. I just love these blues. And the birds are, I really, first of all, the reason it took so long is because it was stitched with lots of Glorianas, which are so hard to come by right now. They have like a 6-month waiting list for getting new Glorianas. And
is it because you'd be a new account or?
No, in general, if you go to a needlework store, most stores don't have a lot. Their shelves are getting bare, but when I looked at the colors that she calls for, they're so different than the picture colors. And I loved the picture colors because I love that multicolored alphabet. I know a lot of people hate switching all the colors, but
it's so pretty though.
It's worth it. So worth it. So what I did is I worked on this so hard to stay true to the actual colors that I'm seeing on here. Now, since then, she's come out with a more prim looking colorway as well. So check out her Instagram if that interests you.
I think I saw that.
But this one is more of a Rachel and Sue collaboration with fabric and silk. So that's all I wanted to say about this. And people are kind of freaked out about all those little dots. Those are they French knots or eyelets? You could just do 4 little stitches next to each other as well.
Or nothing.
Or nothing, exactly. So
sometimes those backgrounds, you can choose to, if it looks like is it bringing enough value to the design for you
Right.
to do them?
I don't know. Maybe with our fabric, the modeling of the fabric might be plenty.
Might do the trick.
Yeah. Another one I'm really excited about is because this serves my customers who like bigger counts. This is on 28 count and it was designed, the sample is on 28 count. This is Owlsmore Cottage and I have it kitted on Fiber on a Whim's 28 count sand, which is a really pretty model. Color.
I love that design.
I love it too. It's Owlsmore Cottage by Karen Kluba at Rosewood Manor. And it's a book.
She's been around forever.
Yeah, she has. But this is a new one. I love that white house. These down here could be stitched individually. They make such cute like scissor fob, you know, something little. But yeah, like I said, it's on 28 count. And all of the called for weeks, which there's quite a few weeks because if you're on 28 count, but this is not a big, it doesn't end up being really big, which is
it's beautiful. I love it.
Now, in terms of, well, I've got one more that's brand new that I'm so excited about. I will be stitching this one. I absolutely love this Plum Street, A Shepherd's Song. With all those sheep, my love of wool fiber is just represented there with all those different types of sheep. And
I
the
love
trees
it.
are so whimsical. That border is beautiful. The sentiment is beautiful. And yeah, it's perfection. So I have it kitted up. I have used Fiber on a Whim, 36 count milk and honey for it. And
I love it.
Called for colors of weeks, classic color works, and you see a few DMCs in there.
When I see a kit, it just like makes me want it immediately because you don't have to do any work. You just get to start it.
I do the work, so you don't have to.
I love when you say that.
I have one more of these. That's
People love that one.
My Aidas sold out. I replenished. People loved having this in Aida. So all I have is one left and it is in 32 count linen, but it's a nice, easy to see linen. If it doesn't sell, I might be keeping this because I love this so much.
I know. And I am going to be ordering some Aida. I've really got to get together and order and get that going.
Yeah, I would love to be able to offer Aida, maybe an Aida club. And like I said, the new floss tuber that I'm really enjoying, Tiger Lilly Designs, she stitches all on Aida. And she dyes her own Aida, and she even says there's not a lot of Aida dyers out there. So
yeah, I'm going to get on that.
Yeah.
Can we ask people to say, do they want 14 or 16? Because 16 count Aida is fantastic, but I'm not sure what people are looking for.
So down below, if you're an Aida stitcher that would enjoy hand-dyed Aida, let us know what your preference is.
What your preference is. I probably would consider doing both, but I'd love to see where the numbers fall.
Yeah. So it's really not that big of a difference. It's like a 28 to 32 count.
16, yeah, it is smaller and it definitely gives a different look. Because I remember when I had my shop, I used to use 16 for certain. I remember working on one piece. Wish I still had it. It was gorgeous. I don't know what I did with it. On 16, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
From 14.
Okay. You know what? I have 20 count Aida, and that was little.
Yeah, that isn't. I was going to say, I think 22 is Hardanger.
Yeah.
20 is little, 20 is 40 count.
Yeah, and it was too tight of a,
the
holes just felt too tight. Maybe I was using the wrong size needle. Honestly, I'm learning that now. If you're not enjoying, I know what it feels like to enjoy now, because I've had a few that have been like, oh, I love it. Switch your needle size.
Yes.
Sure.
I'm a total 28 counter.
I'm on 28 now too. Last thing, I have a few of these left.
Oh, did you put one aside for me?
Yes, I have one aside for you. As soon as I ship something to you, I'll put it in there.
Good. I forgot about it.
It's such a good one. It's heavy. So if you're buying these online, you're going to be paying probably for a 2-day, but I will ship it as if it were under 12 ounces. So I will still ship this for $4.99, the standard rate. So I do have a few left. I would love to get these in people's hands because there are amazing. This is another one I want to do projects in.
Just the one on the cover. Teresa's on the cover.
I know. Isn't that cute?
She's
and I think Kari did that one.
I do too. Teresa has so many wonderful designs. Like I see so many and I'm like, I have got to start buying her patterns. They're so fantastic.
It's funny you say that because I was just considering, should I join her Patreon? Because her Patreon, they get a pattern or two a month as part of the Patreon. And they're really cute. I mean, I was looking at her design this morning. I think I was looking at one of hers. What a gift to have. I mean, she has such a look that you can look at it and say, that's gotta be hers. I feel like that's a true artist that can make different designs, but it has her style, I guess, is what I'm
saying. I've gotten to the point where like on Instagram, like I know people's posts without even seeing who they are. Like I just know because of that aesthetic.
Yeah.
But she's got it. She's that whimsical primitive, which I love.
Yeah, you're right. She is. And she's a lovely human being too.
Yes.
For sure. Well, that's it for me.
That's it for me. I've got to go get my hair done. Nothing like wasting a day.
I forgot one thing. I do have these now in my shop. I made a bunch of these.
People love those. Did you read all the comments?
No, I didn't. I guess I need to.
Yes.
I haven't packaged them up yet, but they're made. And I'm just sticking on this, what do you call it? Not leather.
I kind of know.
It's the soft leather. I
love it.
I'm sticking that on as a zipper pull, and then I'm including one of those tags that I showed you.
I love that.
And the price point is a little cheaper than a fabric one because of the materials that I use. But here's an example. Like this is my salt box.
So I have a really dumb question that I'm sure many want to know the answer to.
Yes.
How did you make that so little, that pattern?
Oh, how did I do that? That's a really good question.
Because I'm like, how did she do that?
There are like a gajillion ways you could do it. The way I do it is I right click a picture of the pattern on the internet or on the piece that I bought or whatever, and I copy it. I don't right click, but I copy it into PowerPoint. And when it's in PowerPoint, you can just drag it, make it bigger or smaller, and I just make it the size. It's like 1x2, I think, is this tag. So whatever program you have.
Okay, so I'm going to give you an idea for your shop.
Oh, please do.
When you have a kit,
make
one as an extra, like add on for this much money. You can get one of those because like everything you just said sounds really fun, but I wouldn't do it. Because
oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I could have these on the side.
As an add-on. Just for people like me that hear that and go, like, it's just overwhelming because I don't.
Step.
And I don't do PowerPoint and I don't have a color printer. And all the I don'ts where for $5 or whatever they are, I would be like, oh, how cool.
Yeah. I mean, I give examples of things you can do. You can even write on the piece of paper in it what's in here. The back, I just printed out my initial. If you wanted, you could that could be your.
But I'll tell you, when I was looking for my floss, like I would be looking in bags, not even knowing, like, oh, I didn't know that was even in here. Where if they were all lined up, it'd be like, oh, that's that one, and that one.
If you really wanted to be organized and share floss, you could on the back side just print out all the flosses that are in. That's just overboard.
That's just too much.
You're not I know that's way too much.
It isn't if I had that brain, like somebody's going to hear that and go, I'm going to do that.
I know, because it's fun for a lot of people to be
Yes.
that organized. And a part of me thinks, ooh, that is kind of a cool way, because if you do have 10 or more projects that are all, a lot of colors show up in a lot of the same ones, and you only use, a quarter of a skein or something.
If that on some.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is what's called the small size. This is good for those half sheet patterns, or if you printed out your pattern, working copy, you can fold it and it goes right in here. Then I made a medium size, which is this one with the stripe down, which is great for an 8.5 by 11 sheet. I mean, this fits right in there with your folded up project. It also fits Q snaps probably up to about, I wrote on there on the,
I was gonna say definitely Q snaps.
yeah, and even possibly, no, the next one is up to like an 8-inch Q snap. This one, it depends how much fabric you have wrapped in your Q snap. And then I've got, this is my large. I don't have it in the shop yet, but this is the size you said, Sue. And this is great for putting in your whole Q snap or your ring frame, your, what am I trying to say?
Well, and you know what? A lot of like my hands across the sea patterns, like there's a ton of pages. It's a fat half that I'm working on. Like,
Yep.
You need that space for a lot of things.
Yeah, or your ornaments project, you can put all your little mini hoops you're going to finish, or punch needle, the whole frame can go in there, the whole Morgan hoop top if you're using just the top base. That kind of thing.
Know what? You know what I think Lori Holt does and Christy, like they have like one of those filled with all their Christmas patterns for the next year. I love them, Rachel.
So they're very just tastefully simple. So I have them in the blue. I'm starting to make some of the red, which I love the red, like if you had a red sampler. Christmas. And then I was like, oh, it'd be so fun to, on here you could put like one of Lori Holt's bigger needle minders that match, and then when it's sitting by you, you can put your needle on there and your scissors and they won't fall off the table.
Love it.
Yeah, so right now they're in blue and red, and I also have, do I have it up here? I'm also going to have a gray. And I'm putting in a black zipper.
I was going to say black, like for black samplers, because black samplers are a thing.
Yeah, for sure. So
just going to say this out loud once here. I'm joining Jacob's next year. So.
Oh, you are.
It's black. You know why? This is so bad of me. It's not, but it is. It's so easy to do these things when you dye fabric because you've got fabric all the time.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
It's amazing. I know. I have fabric all the time.
You will always have fabric.
Oh,
always.
It's so wonderful.
I know. And I'm going to do it. It's black again. I'm having a black wall.
Oh my gosh. Now you're making me want to do it. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I want to finish mine from 2 years ago. You don't like your floss on it?
I don't like the fabric. I don't like the floss. The thing is though, Chelsea loves it and it's hers.
So we're going to teach her how to cross stitch.
And finish it. No, she knows how, but her brain, she is such a free flowing artist that her brain can't stay confined to those little X's. And her brain can't follow the chart. It's like she gets off really easy because she definitely is an embroiderer.
Oh, yes. Yes. More free form.
Yeah. So I do, I'm sure when I pull it out, I'm going to love it and I'm going to work on it. Again, we'll talk New Year's plans, but Jacob.
Oh, I guess I got to go. Does he talk about it on a latest episode? Or?
I haven't watched one of his, but Ellen and Ryan are huge Jacob fans. So they were the ones that were like, so then I'm on the computer looking at all his designs because I want to do some small black ones.
Just amazing. He's amazing. So when are you going to see all the kids for Christmas?
I am leaving. I think we're leaving Christmas morning. We get up very early. The roads are empty. We just fly on up. And I'm not sure how long we're staying. We never know. We just kind of, I don't know if everyone's going to go skiing. I will not be skiing. I gave up skiing years ago.
Me too.
I do not like to be cold.
Mm-mm.
And I don't like risking my life.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm doing.
Breaking bones.
And I look at the price of a ticket and I
Yeah.
give myself that money because I'm not going.
I love.
Yeah.
I was going to say I'm not worthy of that
No.
price, but I am worthy of.
I'm not worthy of that price because I'm just not. And you know what? I haven't skied in so many years. It would be dangerous. It would be dangerous.
And you can get to have time with the girls, or maybe Lily though will be learning how to
Lily
ski.
should be going out. I don't know that she'll go this year. She will love it. And she, honestly though, I'm not kidding you. Charlie could do it right now.
Yeah.
Charlie is so
crazy.
Is she
turned 2 already?
She's going to be 2. She's not even 2.
Not even
and she
2. Yeah.
I was considering giving them for their birthdays a day at the rock climbing gym, which sounds so crazy for a 2-year-old. She could get to the top.
That would be so fun.
I know. I think she's too young. I'm having Chelsea look into it.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, so Lily might go, but yeah, I have been the designated. I will hang back because I want Chelsea to be able to go again if she wants.
Yeah.
So I will be the welcoming them home to a delicious hot dinner.
Turning into a mother is what made me stop skiing. Because we were skiing and I just had in my head, what happens if I break my leg and I've got these 2 little kids at home?
Rachel, it is so funny you're saying that because I skied for years, not well at all. I didn't even like it. I just did it because everyone else did. I hated the cold. I was not a skier.
Yeah.
If I had started young because I was really athletic, I think I would have loved it and be out there today.
Yeah.
I didn't. But I remember thinking, and Dave traveled a lot. Mm-hmm. If I broke a leg, who is going to do the 3 stops every day?
Yeah.
Who is going to do what I do? And not that I'm so wonderful, but I'm the one doing it.
Yeah. And
so
at the time,
we
had 3 stair levels in our house. And the preschool they were going to was in an old historic kind of building with all the stairwells. And it was like, I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, I got to that point, but then I always felt guilty.
Yeah, I felt sad that an era could come to an end, and I don't know.
I felt glad for me because I didn't like it. I don't like to be cold.
No, me neither anymore.
I don't like to be cold, and I don't like when you fall. It's really hard to get back up.
Yeah, it hurts.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
I know. So yeah, so they may ski, they may not. Depends. The weather right now has not been ski weather really up there.
No, it's so warm around here. Our resort, we've got a place like 15 minutes up the road, and it's like, I mean, it was like summer yesterday. It was so warm. Yes, it wasn't summer.
Same.
It was like muddy spring yesterday.
Same. So what are you guys doing?
We are staying put here. We were planning on, but I don't know. We were thinking we would watch around here. You got to watch the weather too. And maybe during the break, we would run up to Green Bay and see Brian's family, which still could potentially happen. But then this new Omicron thing, Michigan is horrible. We're the worst state in the nation.
You guys are getting hit really hard.
The hospital's awful. They've sent the feds in to help us. Brian lost his office to a patient bed. So like they're just using every nook and cranny of the hospital. And my son is scheduled to do his trip to the Galapagos Islands in early January. And I do not want to risk him getting a positive test 2 days before they leave. That would be
forgot he's doing
horrific.
That.
Yeah. So I just want to like be in our little bubble nest, and but we'll see my parents for sure, and my brother and sister-in-law and nephews, because we're all vaccinated. And careful.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates. And as many people are saying, if you don't celebrate and you get a winter break, enjoy your winter break. Find
some time to do things that you love to do. And comment down below. Let us know what you're going to be up to. And also, if you're an Aida stitcher, let us know if you like 14 or 16.
Yes, my goal will be right when I get back from all the hullabaloo, I will take care of that.
Yeah, sounds good.
So yeah.
Yes, and look for our January 1st Floss Talks.
Now, people can be signing up for the next club, right? Like the next.
Yes. Yeah, we've had people sign up right now for the April club. The January one's obviously closed, and you're not going to miss out on anything because it's going to be just as fabulous in April. So we hope you join us. I already have it in my head what it's going to look like. Yeah, and for the first round, you're going to log on. You're going to just purchase the kit that you want. Not a kit. What's it called? The size that you want. You'll pay for it, and then going forward every 3 months you'll be billed automatically. But yeah, that's how it works. It's really easy, and you can go in there, log in, and make any changes at any time on your own. But I was thinking about that just for your sake. If they want to change, say they got a fat quarter and they want a fat half, they're better contacting you and allowing you to make that change. Yeah, that's the only way that works. We'll have to just cancel your order and make you a new order. That's just how my system works. I think that's an important point, because I'm sure for the first one, people are trying to get a feel for if they like our fabric or not, and might have only got a fat quarter and may then go, oh no, I want a fat half. So they need to contact you. Yep. And I've had people already contact me and change their orders because they purchased the fabric, or they, maybe they got a windfall of money, and they, I love that word. Me too, because we're trying to get you to have one of those. That's another story. Enjoy your holidays, everyone, and we will see you on the 1st. Thanks. 2022. No, my son's graduating. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm hitting end. Right.